Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing experiencing said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. I messed up my intro, but it's all right. If you have been watching the videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. If you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are uplifting and give you good vibes, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through some trying times right now and needs spiritual guidance, or just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. Y'all, it's like the signal is bad. I know it's supposed to be raining. Storming later, so I don't know. It's been messing up my signal. It's been raining on and off. Actually, it's been raining nonstop for the last 2 days, and then it stopped today, and it's supposed to start back on again sometime today. But anyways, the video that I'm about to do is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, it's okay to have a starting over mindset, but the game flipped when you're starting over by experience. And that's true, because it's like anytime I read up on different things, like Google is my best friend. We're like eighth one comes, whatever, so because it's like any numbers, any angel numbers. I always tell people, if you're looking for something or you may be struggling through certain situations and then you see a number that pops up, always put that number down in the Google and it as angel number meaning or whatever, and it can give you that insight that you may be having issues with on trying to find within yourself. But it's just like so many different things. It's good to be able to start back over from experience for you to know what not to do and what to do, what to look for, what to restrain from, allow yourself to back away from if certain situations start occurring that can remind you of like a toxic connection from before, or experience with something that was not good, in those situations. Because a lot of times, I've been in conversations with other people and said back in the day, I wish I could go back in time. I would have never met such and such and such and such. Or if I would have went this situation, I would have never gotten this situation. Every situation is taking place for a learning experience for you to learn from. So if there's in case that you had to start back over and do a redo, you already know that you're doing this. You're moving forward to start, you push the reset button to start back over from experience. So you would learn what to not do. You're already getting that hard part out the way. Because if there are certain things that's keying up in your sequence that's telling you, hey, you remember last time you did this, or you spoke too soon on certain situations, you see, you try to understand that. And there are certain times I'll put up posts, or there may be a video I tell you, hey, never let the left hand know what the right hand's doing. Even though you may have had, you may be a situation where you want to see everybody grow. Not everybody has the same mindset as you. Not everybody has the same heart as you, and you have to understand that, it's just, it is what it is, and a lot of different times I had to learn the hard way. And that's what usually what they have to do, especially if you're indigo on top of that, and INFJ and all that other stuff that's connecting to the Heyoka. You have been through some different stuff that's just like, God, dog, somebody put some, some hexes on you or something, and make you feel that way. But those are the situations that is giving you that insight to be able to move forward more smoothly than you have before, or certain things you can refrain from doing. Like I always tell people, I had to learn from experiences. Don't especially when it comes to your your twin flame connection. If there are certain patterns that are indicating that there is going to be a full circle of a physical union, you have to be able to keep that to yourself. It don't matter. You can have the most supportive person in your life. You're still supposed to keep that to yourself, because it's like being in a connection like that is like a blessing of God. That is that gift, that ultimate gift, because you're getting that mirror image of yourself, that counterpart that really complements. Y'all complement each other in any way. And I always tell people, from my experience, I learned, we always feel like, the twin flame always has to be in a romantic situation. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have to be that way. And I know that there's twin stages that you have to experience to get to that ultimate twin flame, to where you're going to be with for eternity. It's going to be, it's going to keep on going continuous, even when you transition. So those are the situations that you have to really learn from experience. And I tell people, and I tell them, I'm not saying this to make you feel like I don't want to hear it or I don't care. But you have to understand, when you start speaking of, I think that we're going to do this at this time, and I'm just like, don't do that. And sometimes I'll delete the message or something like that. But then I have to tell that person, I say, I really want the best for you. I want to see you thrive. I hope and pray everything goes good so you and your twin flame can be in connection. But you have to keep that to yourself. And it's not saying that to be mean, but it's just like other people are struggling through certain situations. They may not even have to be in a twin flame situation, and they may want that. And just for them comparing their life to that, it can just block you. And then you're wondering why you and your counterpart is going in circles, because there's too many people that knows about the next steps you're doing. You have to understand, when you have that light about yourself, and I even have to tell people, and I got to remind myself, when you are getting strengthened within your Heyoka vibration, that vibration you already got triggers a lot of insecurities in people. You can create drama just by you being there. Now, I used to always wonder, I'm like, why? I have not said nothing. I have not done nothing. I'm just being me, minding my own daggone business. Why am I always seeing myself caught up in somebody's situation? Just that vibration triggers. And then when you start mirroring stuff to people, that really pisses them off. Or you can be in a vibration, like right now, there's a lot of vibrations are just like, it's like causing confusion with other people, because they may be feeling like, why didn't I know that? Why does this person have to know more than me? Or why does that person have to know something like that? Like, they always have the answers to the questions that, I wish I could have had. You don't know how much that person has studied. You don't know what their gifts are for them to be able to know as much as they do. But I guarantee you, there may be certain things that you may project, and that person may, dang, I didn't know that. But just for the fact is they're calm, cool, and collective, that can be in that person, because if they're still in that, that ego situation, they're already going to feel threatened, just because the fact is, look at them out acting all smug and stuff. That I've dealt with stuff like that. And I'm the type of person that's like, I want to see you win. I want to be able to be that way. People are like, I'm just like you. No. Because you're seeing a situation, you're trying to bring drama into it. And I'm the type of person that wants to see everybody grow, everybody go to that next level. If I know I can give insight to help that person get to that next level, I want to be able to do that. You're already trying to cause competition with other people when your competition is strictly with yourself. You have to be able to do that. And just for me saying that, somebody already got offensive off of it. And that's what it is. But it's just like, at that time, I was that type of person where I got aggravated when I was just like, my mom said, you smelling yourself too much. You're being too cocky about certain situations. But you're learning from situations on that experience to help you grow, to maintain something that is like, okay, I seen this happening. I'm stopping that train wreck before it even happens. And you're just allowing yourself to be able to cut that short. So you're allowing yourself to not even get into a situation that may be problematic somewhere down the road. Being able to keep certain things to yourself. You have to understand, even when things are going bad, sometimes you have to be able to say they're going good. There's a lot of things that you have to keep private to yourself, Because I remember I was watching my girl Tammy Roman. She got her own podcast and stuff off of Bonnet Chronicles, and she had me laughing. But that woman reminds me of my sister. This thing, that she is like she incarnate within my sister, and my sister is just like that with her. She speaks real. She be spitting real stuff. But there are some people that get triggered by that because she's speaking that kind of truth. But I can say with Tammy, she done grew a lot, because I remember I used to watch her on Basketball Wives, and she done grown up a lot, and she had to allow herself to distance away certain things to just disrupt her spirit, and I gave her high respect for that. But she would say, there'll be people that just sit up here and say that you got into an argument with your boyfriend, and in their mind they were hoping that man would have just beat you down. You sit up here talking about your daggone car done broke down. They were hoping that whole thing done blew up. There's always somebody that was hoping something better for you, and they ain't even got to be doing something with you, because it's just the fact is their spirit is disruptive with certain things they don't even want to allow themselves to hold accountability for. Or there are certain things that's going on in their life that they wish it can go on in your life too. They don't like seeing people happy. And the only time they see being happy is when they're living off of somebody else's suffering, or they feel like they're in competition with somebody. Like if I've been in situations where I couldn't have something special going on with myself, and I tell my so-called friend, which wasn't a friend, that was just a blessing in disguise of experience I had to learn from, that they had to go ahead and amp that. I'm like, God, dog, can I have a happy moment to myself? Is when you have one, I'm happy for you, and I'm not trying to compare that. And it would get frustrating. Like, I can wear my hair like this, I go to work, the next thing you got your hair like that. And I'm just like, look, you got the single black female, ain't no single white female situation going on, but single black female going on. In this situation, that mess is too creepy. Whereas certain situations I can look back on, and it shows certain sequences that I wasn't allowing myself to see, and there's times I was like, I'm being stupid. I should have been able to see that. It ain't about you being stupid, but when you are an empath, you try to see the good out of Freddy Krueger. Okay, you try to see the good out of Annabelle and Chucky and stuff like that. And you really want to do that because we are that person that always got to sit up here and raise the underdogs. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the fact that you are not being, you people want to say you being remedial, or you hit that slow button just way a little bit too slow. You had to go through those experiences to be able to see. Not everybody needs to know your business. I had to learn, just like don't hey, when you're in a relationship, don't tell your friends about that, because sometimes if you got that one that just just out there, they gonna try you. They're gonna try them, or they see something good, they want to be able to bring some drama to your life. And not everybody needs to know about what's going on in your bedside manner. If you got something that's very good, that it was like this was designed for you and mine, you just tell somebody, I'm happy. You see him happy, or you see her happy. That's all you need to know. Like that, you ain't gonna give no tips or no secrets. You can keep a secret. Yeah, so can I. Don't ask me no more. You have to be able to do that. You are learning to start over from experience. Every toxic situation that you have been placed in, that you are still living and breathing through, you have to allow yourself not just to let go of that situation, because you have to let go with gratitude. It took me a long time to say I can let go of something with gratitude, because I appreciate what that person showed me, because I know I will never go through a situation like that again. I appreciate that toxic relationship, because I will never allow somebody to let me stoop that low to destroy myself. There are certain situations where people in these toxic relationships that will dehumanize you, that will make you feel like you are lower than scum. It'll make you feel like this is all you deserve. And a lot of times we have to go through those relationships for us to find that love within ourselves, to be able to know, raise your standards higher. Somebody trying to jump into a relationship where they trying to marry you within the first week, or they trying to move in with you, and when you just meet and they just saying everything that you wanted to hear, you have to understand, if you've been telling them about your situations that you have gone through, or certain things you have struggled through, you have to understand, with people that are like that, they're already filtering about what knight in shining armor or princess in shining armor they're about to present to you, because they already running game. They're about to groom you. They about to set you up for and then when you get all the way in, They know they don't draw you all the way in. It's going to take you a minute to jump back out. And then it's like, now you're going through that situation where you felt like that you don't got that perfect mate. And that ain't even a perfect mate for you. That was just that experience you had to go through. And it's just a blessing where there is people that can get out of toxic relationships like that, because God rests the souls on certain people. They don't live through that. You hear about it every day, whether it's on social media, YouTube, about somebody that lost their life of being in a situation that was very toxic, and it got very dangerous. So these are the situations you are being placed in, that you are rising above. You can say, I'm starting over, but you're starting over from experiences. Because a lot of times, like if you like with my situation, I had to learn from my toxic relationships, and it took me a long time to not be able to create a definition or be defined as a narrative, but just being able to say that toxic relationship really tore me up from limb to limb, but it allowed me to find parts of myself that I didn't know I wasn't giving to myself. I didn't love myself. I didn't raise my standards. I wasn't being picky. I had, it was a low expectational person. And I always tell people, you do never want to tell somebody, oh, I'm low maintenance. You don't tell nobody you low maintenance, because if you don't tell somebody, hey, what are you looking in a relationship? What are you trying to find? Are you trying to find what's your short-term goals? What's your long-term goals? These are the things that, if you can't answer that, and you don't know if you got somebody who is in that playeristic mind, or or that narcissistic or sociopath or psychopath mindset, you gonna set your own self up for that. But it's just a lot of times when you are in a situation where you tired of being by yourself, you tired of being lonely, or you're trying to sleep with tired of sleeping by yourself. These are those situations that are taking you through that grief period. And I'll tell people that you're going through a grief period, because some people come at me, like, Roslynn, I was trying to date somebody, and next I found out they done had, they were married, or, they got all these baby mamas, or they got all these baby daddies and stuff like that. And I always tell people, what's the reason? I said, I want you to be honest with me, and I'll know if you're lying, if you're making up excuses. Are you jumping into another, dating, you jumping on the dating scene because are you tired of being by yourself? Or are you needing a wet spot? What are those different things that you're going for, and it's just like, well, Roz, I'm just tired of being by myself, and I really want to get my soulmate. I really want to find if there's somebody out there, just for me. And I said, there's somebody out there for everybody, even the nobodies. They got somebody out there for them. But you have to go through this grief period of what you are not going to tolerate, what you are not going to no longer come accustomed to. You're going to respect me. Just like you want me to respect you, that's earned, not just given. I don't want to jump into anything. I want to learn from the mistakes that I've had in my past relationships, because it's like, if you have past relationships like I have, not all of them are toxic, but a lot of those ones had the same situation. Either there was cheating, mind playing games, inconsistencies, infidelities, popping up, having more babies, junk like that. And you're wondering why these are happening, because you're jumping into another situation without knowing what is the right thing for you. Don't jump into something because you're ready to get in a spiritual relations, and then you got to worry about, the spiritual, what would they call it? Sexual transmitted demons, on top of the diseases and stuff like that. And that's almost running neck for neck. There's so many different things that are out here. And that's why they always tell you, when you've gone through a breakup, give yourself time to heal. Because you jump into another situation, you're going to go through the same situation, except different face. You're going to have the same demon, but different name, different situation. But it's going to roundabout to be the same situation. So they want you to be able to give yourself time to learn from the experiences that you have already faced. So when you're coming to a situation that is designed especially for you, this is going to be that dream of a lifetime. This is going to be a blessing of a lifetime. When they make us wait, is because they know this is going to be that specific game changer that is going to carry, and that is going to, rise through all these experiences. Like if you've been broke, you've been in a situation where you had to tooth to mouth, you know, something like you have to rob Peter to pay Paul. You ain't got two pennies to rub together. You know what I'm saying? Then when you get to that situation, you already know what rock bottom felt like. Then when you get a situation, you don't get a blessing. And I know I was hearing that today with Steve Harvey. I didn't even know Steve Harvey was a dropout from school. He was just like, I ain't got no degree. I flunked out of school. Now I'm sitting up here paying people that got degrees. You know, and some people feel like they have to go to school to get all that. And it's not like I'm saying they're like, hey, Roslynn said I need to drop out of school. No, I ain't saying that. I'm just saying there are certain situations people are placed in. I always feel like education is good. Education, you need to have that. A lot of times I wish they would change the criteria. They need to show people, you know, when these kids are in high school, give them self-care. Tell them about how saving money, you know, taking stock in different things, you know, being able to earn, you know, don't spend stuff, you know, start splurging and stuff, different things that they can be able to grow with. That, you know, yes, reading, writing, arithmetic is good. But when you start telling people about meditation, you know, taking time for yourself, self-care, self-love, you know, being able to place your money in certain things so you can make it flourish, you know, starting off from your legacy. Those are the things they need to start adding in the criteria of being in school, you know, then life would be better. You know, all these now all the times you see like certain celebrities and stuff out here, they holding all this stack of money and they're showing everything. And, you know, my mom and them always used to tell me when I was raised, when people start flaunting stuff like that, that's pretty much all they have. Or people think it's like sex, money, and drugs, stuff like that. Sex, money, and drugs. And then you start seeing all these weapons and stuff like that. You know, they pull that mentality towards certain people and they feel like, I want to be just like that. That is not something that you need to be bragging about what you want to be like. Y'all used to think back stuff like that when I was back growing up, that was something cool. No, it's not. You know, it's not. No, it's not. But these are the things that, you know, you are learning from experience. Whatever you're going through, it's okay to start over. But when you flip that game changer in your mind, I'm starting over, not just starting over, but I'm starting over from experience. This is going to be able to short me on certain experiences that I can see. Now, if you don't allow yourself to heal from, like, you know, like I was saying, toxic relationships, toxic marriages, you know, sometimes from situations like that, I've seen people that I know that's been in very toxic marriages, and they have that person that is just like that ideal counterpart. And just from the burdens that they went through in their marriage, they're allowing themselves to not get married again because of what that one person did. And I always tell people, don't allow yourself to stop your own happiness because of some trauma that you have gone through, because this may be a blessing of a lifetime and you're messed it up because you're still allowing yourself to fixate on something you don't learn a lesson with. That person is going to be somebody else's headache or whatever. Don't allow yourself, because if this is something that God brought into your life, there's supposed to be that destiny for you. This person is supposed to be that person you grow old with. You're going to do, you know, that's going to be your team. That's going to be your supporter. That's going to be your provider, you know, and they're going to see you as the same thing. You allow yourself to do that. Because like my situation, I even told my ex, that's how I appreciate the things you put me through, because no other person will ever do me like that. But I appreciate what you showed me because it allowed me to grow up very quick through harsh circumstances. Because when I say my stuff was raw and in living color, it was like that. You know, I try to make sure, you know, I make sure I don't say anything in a negative sense, but God bless anybody who has to be in a situation like I have. You know, that is a blessing in disguise you never see coming. But those are the things that made me love myself, because there's situations I looked at and I just had to shake my head, and I can't believe I allowed myself to even be in situations like that, because I was very shameful and I was very embarrassed, you know, and I was just like that. That was almost 21 years, you know, lost on that situation. But that was actually 21 years gain that allowed myself to step up and don't entertain things. You know, people like, Roslynn, no, people don't holler at you. Yeah, they do. But right now I'm focused on me. That right there, because I already see what kind of vibration they're already pulling out to me. That's why I'm glad I'm so woke. So I already know that vibration. Oh Lord, you got that toxic tendencies. You trying to run up somebody's credit, trying to put something up in somebody else's name, all that other junk. And you probably got about 3 or 4 other females you're gonna holler at and say that they, you know, they're your girl, and you got 3 other dudes over here that they think you the only one. whatever. I'm not trying to be in a situation like that, but I know exactly what I want, what I'm gonna deal with, what I'm not gonna deal with, what I'm not gonna tolerate, what I'm not even gonna play with, I'm not gonna entertain. But I'm gonna want to bring this to the table. I want to grow with you. I want to manifest with you. That's a certain person I can be able to meditate with. Those are those blessings that I'm looking forward to within my life through my healing. So when you're allowing yourself to go through those things, don't ever feel overwhelmed because you're starting over. You're not starting over. You're starting over from experience. And these are the things you're going to truly appreciate in a long time coming. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. Much love to you. I would love to give a post notification to Ogre Universe. Well, that's my brother from another mother, Anthony Burke, Doug Hull, Daquan Hall, much love to you. 3 Key Things, and LB, much love to you as well. And Sis Hayslip, much love to you as well. And I will see y'all on my next video. Like I said, I'll leave all my contact information in the description box below. Now you can be able to connect with me on Spotify from podcasting. This Anchor app. If anybody wants to think about having app, podcasting experience, that's the best thing to go. It's very simple. You don't have to download any RSS feeds or any extra programs and stuff like that, and you can get paid from segments, and they being able to the coordinators within that app, they spread out your fan base so they can help you grow your fan base on your contents that you choose to project out towards there as well. That can be a very good opportunity to you if you're interested in doing that. If I can try my best to help you, if you want to know what it's about, I've been doing it. I'm almost close to a year now. I took a long gap from it, but I started right back to it, and it's really good. I still love it as well. So like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a line. Like I said, I would love to get a chance to know you. Our community of our spiritual fam is growing rapidly, which I truly am appreciating of, and I feel very blessed that we can connect on that level. Whatever you're trying to manifest into your life, I hope it comes so much bigger and better than you ever expected, and comes sooner than you actually anticipated. And even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know. All those things really take somebody a long way. And I will see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace.